Today I want to show you what is probably the fastest and best way to create ad variants for ecom products, both video and static. The reason why this is so powerful is that you are automating so many different steps that you would usually have to do even if you were creating ads with AI. There's a specialized Claude skill for every step in the process. For example, we have this example product. We give it the product image, target audience, the previous data as in the meta ads, and the theme. I'll show you how it works in a second, but basically the example output would be the Claude creates the ad ideas, and then it generates the high quality ad prompt to send to the AI. It generates like multiple variants, and then for example it generates a video like this.
I won't eat my dog's food. Why would he?
Tastes like real chicken.
Because it is chicken. Pet Joys, grain-free, no fillers. Yeah, he gets it.
So that's a very quick 12-second ad, no editing. This is exactly how it came out from the actual AI. So real quick, I'll generate an actual ad creative here live on camera, and then I'll share the skill files so you guys can set it up. It's not very technical, it's not very difficult to set up, and it's definitely worth it. Okay, so I just opened up the Claude app. I'm gonna create a few ad variants to that Pet Joys product, and then after doing that and showing you how it works, I'll show you how you can set it up on your own laptop. So let's say, I'll say here, I want to create 4 more ad variants for Pet Joys. Give me 4 static image ad ideas, and give me 4 video ad ideas. So I transcribe that, and then I just send that over. Okay, it just ran, so let me give you a bit more context on what happened. Basically, it looked for that Pet Joy folder. It looked at the assets that we have. So in this case, we have the product images here. So what it did was it basically looked at the previous ads we've created, and we gave it context with, and it also read the actual screenshot, which is this. So it looked at the product image to get more context on how the product looks like. After it did that, it basically created those fresh angles. Again, it did not just come up with random ideas. It took context from the actual product. It looked at the skills that are made specifically for generating good ideas using the pain points, and it created these 4 ideas. So reading through these ideas, let's say I like all the image ads, so I could say, okay, that's great. Can you create all 4 image ads, please? And run the QA check to make sure that they're of high quality. And then I'll send that over. Of course, we have the video ad ideas. So we have the UGC selfie concept, we have the no dialogue concept, we have the owner voiceover, and then we have this cinematic kind of video. So again, this is all based on the skills that we've provided to it. So now to generate these image ads, a lot of people struggle with getting high quality outputs from these AI image generators. The nice thing about this here is that obviously Claude is taught based on all the SOPs and guidelines from Nino Banana and Gemini and Google on how to write high quality prompts to generate the best possible output. So what it's going to do now is that not only will it write out the best possible prompt for these 4 image ads, it's also going to send that request over to Gemini, get the response back, and then also QA it. So I'll basically check if it's a high quality output or not. So here it told me that it basically looked at the previous ads that we've created, and it said that there is this one ad that is very similar to the concept that it gave, so it substituted that angle with a fresh one. Because if we go back up here, the first concept was side-by-side panels, which is very similar to the old ad idea that we have right here. Yeah, these are the old ad variants that it created, so it was like, it's highly similar to those, so we can't really do that. So we just finished running. This is what the ads look like. This is 1, this is the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th. So unfortunately, none of the ads came out super bad because ideally I wanted to showcase how it auto regenerates whenever a ad comes out really bad. And just for more context, each one of these variants probably cost around like 10 to 15 cents to make. So it's pretty cheap. You can create many of them. Because meta ads does need a bunch of testing, and the reason why they all came out with this sort of format where you have text on the top and the bottom is because that's what we provided when we kind of set it up for this specific example client. Those are the parameters which it's allowed to work in, I guess. That's like the theme of the brand. So let's look at what actually happened here. So It ran 4 of these generations at the same time simultaneously. And then it checked or ran a QA, or it ran the QA skill on each one. So first it did the thing with the vet ad. It looked through all these different criteria. It had one thing to flag, which is, I think it's okay. If we go down here, this is the QA results for each ad. It only recommended redoing one, which is code glow up, but it said, or I guess it kind of mentioned that it was not too bad, because if you open up code glow up, on the bottom right here, it's meant to say real chicken and sweet potato recipe, but the chicken is garbled up, I guess, which is why it kind of flagged that. So let's go through the video ideas that it gave us real quick. We have a UGC style content that is meant to hook skeptical millennials. That's okay. The talk POV morning routine, first person golden retriever cam. Okay, I mean, this is cool, but probably not what I'm looking for. Maybe something like this. This probably plays more on the pain of like the dog losing fur. Last one would be what's in the box. That's more cinematic. I don't want that. Okay, let's do number 3. So just before creating the actual content, it goes ahead and tells us exactly what's going to happen in every scene, from what it will look like to the script. So if we need any adjustments, we can ask it to do that before it goes ahead and generates, because each generation using Seed Dance costs us around $3. But again, I mean, for me personally, I just say go ahead and generate, and then I take a look at the final product first before, if I want to make any adjustments later. Okay, so after 5 or so minutes of waiting, the variant came back, and this is how it looks like.
Same dog, same brush, different food.
So this is quite different to the UGC content that we saw at the very start of the video. Obviously there was a UGC idea there, but I went against it. This is an issue that we got in the actual video. So you see here, there's this timer of some sort, and then we have, I think everything went okay. Maybe the actual voice of the person is not too spot on, but I mean, for a just one shot prompt where you have basically, usually when you want to generate stuff with AI, like whether that be statics, whether that be videos, you want to create multiple variants, right? So I would say this is not bad. Obviously, if we have maybe 4, or let's say 3 variants per ad idea, then we will definitely have at least one which is spot on, exactly what we want. Okay, so now for whoever wants to set it up, let me walk you through how you can set it up on your end. Start creating variants right away. So this is the folder you'll need. I'll be providing this in a link below. I think it will be a Google Drive link where you can just download this folder. If you go into Claude here, you have all the different skills. So you have the ad designer skill, the actual Sora 2 skill. We also have a different skill, which is the video producer skill, which is for Seed Dance, the one we were using a second ago. We have the script writer and the skill writer. Skill writer, you don't really have to know about too much. I mean, if you guys want to go into every single one and read through the actual details, you can. Of course, this is editable. So, for example, here I tell it specifically to always use the 4:5 ratio because the usual use case is meta ads. You can go ahead and edit whatever you want. You have the ability to edit because you can speak to Claude and say, because it has a skill writer skill, you can ask it to explain to you how the ad designer skill works, for example, and for example, you can change it to be more specific to your specific product. So same with script writing, it has specific templates that it can use, and then the other skills as well. I'm not going to go too in depth into each one. I'll just go ahead and show you how you can set it up on your end. So you open Claude here, the Claude app. You open up a Claude code, and what you do is you open up that folder that you just created. So this is the folder that I just created, the Ad Brain Trust Workspace. Okay, so now I'm in. So now what I tell it is the following. I want your help in setting this up for my own personal brand. A lot of the logic is already there, but what I need your help to do is I want you to create the folders that are required for me to add my previous winning ad creatives I want you to also create a folder where I can add my product images for your reference. And also just ask me any questions you have regarding my product and my brand, just so you can get enough context to create a context document that we can work off starting from now. I will be using this folder and this workspace to create a ton of meta ads, creatives, and variants for my brand. So I can send out this prompt as soon as it's done transcribing, and I just wait for it to run. Okay, so what it did now is it created a bunch of files. So if I were to open my Finder here, go back to my ad brain, it created a brand file and an output file. So this is where it's going to put in all the different outputs from its ad creatives and ad generations, I guess. Here we have the brand. If we open this up, we have a place to put my, again, and explains every single one here, but here is where I can put my product images, so the raw product images. Of course, if I have multiple products, I can tell it that. Here I have my winning ads, whether that be image ads, UGC, or video ads. Here I have the logo / fonts, any brand kits that I have, I can put in here. So I'll go down here, what kind of products is this? It's a physical ecom product. What is the format that I'll be using more often? I can say perhaps all. What languages? English. Where are you in the ad creation journey for this brand? Scaling many winners. So just to recap, it asked me what kind of product this is. It asked me which meta ad format I'll be using. Again, so after four questions, it wants to get more context. So what is the product itself? The brand name, what is it? What is the price point? So we can either type in the details, or we can just drop in the Shopify website link, and then it can just get context based off that. But just real quick, I'll say it's a makeup product for ages between 18 to 25. The price point will just focus on one product for now. It's a skin moisturizer, and its price point is $15. What is it? Who's your target customer? I've already explained that in the previous question, but they are mostly Australia based. What is the core offer / hook angle that's been winning? So again, this is more detail and data that it would want. So we can either explain it now, or I can just upload the examples here under winning ads, and it can get full context based on that. So what I'll say is wait until I upload winners. Brand voice, I'll just say matching my winning ads voice. So okay, so some more questions. What is a brand name? Just say BTU. That's fine. Just an example. Does the moisturizer have a unique mechanism, hero ingredient, or claim story? Let the winning ads decide. I think that's what I'll do. Any hard rules I must respect on every ad? I'll just say must always show the product on screen. I'll just say avoid medical these hard claims, I guess. Okay, so it just said I have set everything up. It created a context doc and the memory doc. So if we open up the brand context here, we have the BTU brand context, the product, the category, the price point, storefront, target audience, what not to do, what to do, etc. So this is very, very elementary. Obviously, there's not a lot of data that I have given it, because this is just an example Ecom store. And then here, if we go down here, it says your next move is to add your top winning ads. After doing that, you tell it I've added it, and then it will just create more, or it will just expand onto this context doc, so it learns as it goes. So yeah, this is how it kind of looks like right now, and the nice thing about it is, like I said, it's very, very automated in a way where Claude is doing a lot of the thinking for you. You can obviously, there's a human check in the way it works right now. You can maybe remove that, or maybe you can add more human checks if you want. So yeah, if you want to set this up, or set something like this up for your own e-com store, or whatever use case you have, I'll leave the AI brand or AI brain document that I've just shown you down in the description. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.